Zizaran here from Auckland, New Zealand, and this is the first video I'm recording. The webcam might be a little scuffed, the audio might be a little scuffed, but here we are. So today, Path of Exile launched 4.0, which turns out to be Path of Exile 2. If you haven't seen any announcements, pretty crazy. Yeah, it's basically going to be a whole new campaign, 7x I believe. I wish I'd had like something to take notes with while I was there, but so much new stuff coming out, lots of new skills, and they talked about both 3.9 while I was there and the new Path of Exile 2, which is still the same game. Everybody gets to like keep their microtransactions and stuff like that, so you don't lose anything. It's sort of similar to what Blizzard did with the Overwatch. Not really a new game, but there's like tons of graphic updates, like really good changes like that, so that's really cool. I have not played it myself yet, neither 3.9 or 4.0 or the mobile version that also got announced. I think that was the best possible way to announce something like that. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, so this is going to be like a quick TLDR video of everything I heard. I didn't make it to every small thing that was there, because I'm trying to check out this card game that they're doing. Yeah, you heard that right too. Like a card game that's specifically just for ExileCon. And I'll go through that later as well. But I was doing a lot of that because I think there's something special happens when you can kill Chris, if you can kill Chris, who is the Shaper. So I really want to do that. So, where do I start? Like, I will be doing like a heavier look through like after ExileCon, and this might be like missing some things that I didn't like fully hear and stuff like that. So we'll be putting all the footage together and reviewing everything. Do like a Quinn deep dive. Nice. So there's a lot of things we can do. But so first of all, let's talk about 4.0 or Path of Exile 2. Like there will be an alternative campaign, and they are going to be remaking the skill tree massively. They didn't have anything about that ready now, so that's not something we know anything about. They just said that they'll announce that later, but very overwhelming, all of it, and they killed it. I think it was really good. Like it looked really great what they have so far. Like, and it's only a year away or something, from what it seems like. Like it's not like like Blizzard released their thing and they were like, oh, it's not even Blizzard soon. So Blizzard Diablo 4 might be 3 or 4 years away. Path of Exile 2 is around probably a year away, maybe less. So my prediction is still December 2020. So we'll see how that prediction holds up. But yeah, they've got some crazy stuff coming out. So many things are changing. Skill gems and links and stuff are changing completely. I don't know how really that's going to work. Well, from what they said, gems have sockets now. So gear doesn't have sockets anymore. That's to make it easier to swap between gear and stuff while you're fighting something. Oh, I found this new weapon. It's a huge upgrade, but it's not linked, so you don't want to switch it. Now that's like a lot easier. I initially don't like this. So for those of you who are new to either my channel or my Twitch stream, whenever I don't like something, it turns out to be really good. When I like something, it turns out to be really shit. So take whatever I say with a pinch of salt. I'm pretty dumb, but here we go. So yeah, it's going to be links and sockets on the gems themselves. That means you were going to have a lot more available 6 things now. I actually can't remember how many, but a lot more 16. I think so. It's 8 or 9, and then there's 19 new ascendancy classes coming. So there's some pretty crazy stuff. So I'm trying to like do like a TLDR now, and then we do like a 8-hour review at some point and go into everything very in depth. But that's crazy. And then the new league is also sort of like a mini expansion for December, where I'm pretty sure the December stuff was also going to be that Zana has tried to trap us in the Atlas because she was like worried about us. I don't think she's fully evil, but that's sort of the gist of it I got between trying to watch the video and try to make my IRL streaming setup not be shit. I had a lot of problems with that. I'm sorry about that if you're watching the live stream. But yeah, so mapping is changing quite a bit. We're now starting from the middle of the Atlas because the Shaper and Elder Now, I might be mixing some things with 4.0 and 3.9, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. I just want to, like, in case some angry YouTubers like, hey, you're talking about the wrong thing. But yeah, we're starting from the middle of the Atlas now and burrowing our way out. And we apparently have the ability to turn the majority of the Atlas into tier 15 and 16 up, or tier 12 to 16. But at least we could make a lot of 16s, Chris said. So that's really cool. Really, really excited about that. There's like whole new like Shaper and Elder items are going to be really rare now. They're mostly, from what I understand, from div cards and probably rare drops. Guessing we don't have strongholds anymore either, obviously. So that's going to be interesting. So from what I can tell, there's a new boss as well called the Orator, and there'll be some cool news about that specifically from me soon. I can't. That's more of an announcement, guys, but there'll be something really, really big regarding that. So I'll announce that as soon as we can. But yeah, lots of cool things. So that was what Neon, his T-shirt was basically walking around. It was called the or the Orator or something, and he was like a new boss, I'm guessing. So that's pretty cool. What else? And there seems to be a boss killing league in general because you can like craft your own boss, bring your own boss to Path of Exile. So that's pretty cool. The harder it gets, the more rewarding. And well, I'm usually taking the piss out of them for this, but it did actually seem rewarding for a change. Not like, oh, I'm picking up 3 Transmutes. So they hopefully have done that right. That's for the Metamorphosis League. And very interesting how that plays out. Like, if it's rewarding enough, might be worth slowing down enough to kill the bosses and not just like rushing through everything. Like, Blight is obviously not particularly worth clearing. Blight's pretty bad. I don't like it. But yeah, so that's like the main stuff for the leagues that I've seen so far. They also said that they wanted things like Battle Royale back. They really liked racing. They feel like they really underestimated, especially like they had a lot looked at the stats of how many people were participating in races, but not necessarily how many people were watching the races on Twitch and all the shoutcasting. So they want to bring races back. That's coming back in a big way, from what I understand. So that'll be really exciting. And yeah, I think Battle Royale was as well, and I've been like suggesting a few things to them that like devs thought were really cool. But yeah, I will be getting more info and news on a lot of things tomorrow. And I have the pleasure of playing 4.0 tomorrow. It'll be streamed. I'm guessing that's on the main Path of Exile channel and not on mine. But yeah, either on mine or the Path of Exile channel, you'll be able to find it pretty easy either way. And I'll be playing 4.0 while interviewing Chris. And the interview is specifically going to be about what Chris has personally like contributed. Like, what have you done, Chris? What do you do for GGG? Because obviously, especially early on, he like had a lot of. I remember him telling me once that he like made like the fusing algorithms and came up with that system. So I thought it'd be really cool to hear more specifically what has Chris particularly done. Because obviously for a while he like took over the business side, but that's something especially I'm very curious about. We'll be talking about a lot of random stuff. We'll sort of be winging it a little bit. So another thing that I prepared a little bit more for is Neon, and that is basically we're talking about bossing in Path of Exile, and he's the one who designs them. So that's what something I really want to go into. He's sort of my hero at grinding games, because he like really actively plays the game, and we know about it, right? I'm sure there's like a mixed type of devs. Like some devs that I've talked to, not particularly TDD, just devs in general, the more you develop a game, the harder it gets to play it, right? Because you're not discovering anything. So I completely understand that. But there are several developers at Path of Exile that do play it a lot. Some have several level 100s, some like actively play every league. And Neon is one of those people that I usually see him on my friends list, like 95, 98. And that's pretty badass for somebody that develops the game for the aforementioned reasons of obviously you're not discovering things, you're still like you already know everything. So that's for me personally, that's really big. Like the more people like that is in a game development team, the better. I want to talk a little bit. Also, I'm doing a meet and greet tomorrow as well, so that's really cool. And I will be able to play Path of Exile while I'm here because MSI are borrowing me like a super laptop, so that should be really really good. Should be able to stream everything I need and grinding games. is lending me 2 monitors once I get to the Airbnb. So everyone's being really helpful, really nice. I will also be doing an IRL stream several times while I'm here. The backpack's been really scuffed so far, but we are going to try to fix that. I will be streaming the Grinding Games offices, and I will be doing things like Hobbiton, the zoo, the aquarium. We're going to try to do deep sea fishing, maybe skydiving. I don't know. I might be too much of a bitch to do that, but we'll see. ExileCon has been amazing. As some of you might know, I'm a massive attention whore. It's like really, really fun experience for me whenever someone asks me for my autograph or a picture with me. I really, really appreciate that. It actually means a ton to me. Um, so that's been really special. Really great experience. I met so many nice people. It's been like really, really fun here, and everyone is so nice. And people don't smell here. It's crazy. Like I've been to like several TwitchCons and it's been like pretty wild smelling, but this one's been really good. So that's been cool. Auckland as well is an like, amazing city. Really, really enjoying it here. If it was in Europe, I would probably move here. And then yeah, so Path of Exile Mobile has been announced. I'm obviously very skeptical. Chris as well was saying he's very skeptical, but he said it feels nice, it plays well. I am going to try to play it so I can give some feedback on that. So I don't know how much I'll be streaming tomorrow, but we'll see. Yeah, it looked decent. I think it was the right way to announce a mobile game. So I want to talk a little bit about that and why I feel it went so badly for Blizzard and why I actually haven't checked Reddit or anything, so I don't know how many people are farming Omega Lulls and stuff. But at least I felt the launch went fairly okay, and I've been saying this for a while, like now too, like a mobile game for Path of Exile doesn't necessarily need to be a bad thing. I would personally prefer more a game like, you know, like a Fallout Shelter type game or a tower defense game or a like clicker game. I don't know, like not an RPG. I'm not a big fan of those for phones at all. I don't really see the point. But if people enjoy that, that's great. So I feel like the reason the Immortal announcement went so badly is because I think everybody was expecting Diablo 4. And it was sort of hyped up a little bit, and it was their only announcement. There was no like, oh, we're also making Diablo 4. Like, oh, there'll be more coming. It was just like, haha, do you not have folks? Come on, don't be mad at us. Whereas here, it was like, you know, Path of Exile 4.0 World, Path of Exile 2, Path of Exile 3.9, and then Path of Exile card game and Path of Exile mobile. So, you know, if they want to experiment with a mobile game, they're not even outsourcing it, they're actually doing work on it themselves. And they seem to be like really like, they want to make it a good game, and it's PoE, right? So they're actually not making it pay to win. That's like what a fare for most people have for a mobile game is that it's very easy to make it to buy power, and that's why most people make mobile games because it's such an easy cash cow. So interesting choice. We'll see. I'm more on the fence. I'm very like pessimistic about the mobile game in particular, but yeah, we'll see how that turns out. It's kind of hard to say before trying it, so I'll try that tomorrow. They also have a card game. Now, this isn't actually a playable game unless you are an ExileCon, and so it's basically sort of like a fun, like a game just for people here at ExileCon. And the way it works is you have loads of different cards. So like here's an amulet, you have rings, you have weapons. I have like loads of different weapons here. I can show a couple of like the uniques. You have like chaos orbs and currencies. Then like there's a full crafting system. You can reroll items. However, there is durability, so different. And there's maps. I'm in maps now. I'm gonna try to kill Chris Wilson tomorrow. He is the Shaper, so I'm not actually gonna kill him IRL. Just gonna play some fucking security. Hello. So I had a poet's pen, and it's as you can see, this says durability. So I did lose this. I can't use this anymore. Now you can be a little like sly. Some of them will tell you like, yeah, I do destroy your most rare item. Be careful what you use. So you can try to like min-max your strat around them. I got really unlucky and lost this while mapping, and the way like in maps you fight several monsters. Sometimes you like destroy weapon, and I took 2 damage, so that is out. A lot of the uniques are very rare. Here's like a really, really good weapon. You can see different damage types. It's been really fun to play. I still have a disfavor as well. I'm saving this for Shaper, but I do definitely need rings and amulets. Um, So I think Soul Taker is probably my best bet, because then you can use all your rings and amulets. But Soul Taker is crazy. It basically, if you have enough damage to do 2 more damage than they have life, then you don't need defense. So you can like min-max your damage. I got Cloak of Defiance as well. It's taking damage. All my uniques are taking damage. And then you can make like pretty cool rares. It is actually a really fun thing to do here at ExileCon, to the point where I would actually, this is something I would love as a mobile game, right? Not an ARPG, but this would be really fun. So I would actually unironically want them to. I wouldn't even mind an auto chess game from PoE. I would love more games. I think it's a really fun universe. Obviously, I'm heavily invested into. I'm obviously biased as well from streaming it. But yeah, I have a lot of fun with it. I've actually been doing that a lot today, going around farming people, killing bosses, and trading. Might have taken a few streamer handouts, which I'm usually against, but I just want to see if I can get to Chris, and I will do anything to kill Chris Wilson in the game, of course. Chris has been really nice as well. I've been talking to him quite a bit, and yeah, really nice guy IRL. And everyone here has been, it's been crazy. So it's been really cool to like meet the people who have like completely changed my life around. Like I don't know what I would be doing if it wasn't for Path of Exile, and you guys as well. Like so many of you that I've met, and you guys are massively responsible for changing my life. So thank you so much for that. Like I said, this is sort of like a TLDR video, and we'll try to make a longer one with like everything and do like a big analysis video. But this is like, there's so much cool stuff, so much new stuff coming. So hope you guys enjoy it. I'll try to do some deeper stuff. Keep up to date on my Twitter, and if you don't know about my Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Zizaran. And yeah, my Twitter is Zizaran as well. I'll be posting everything there and usually saying when I'm about to go live. So thank you guys for everything. Thanks for watching. Try to die less than I do.